I'm taking photos of the world around me, and in doing so, I'm figuring out my place in it. Since I first picked up a camera in 2019, I've been chasing this weird obsession, not just with how the thing works, but with how it lets me capture a feeling. Over the last couple of years, the mechanical side of photography pulled me in. Learning how to manipulate shutter speed, aperture, focal length, and color grade my own photos was and still is a great experience. But somewhere along the way, while learning how to expose an image properly, I started exposing parts of myself I didn't even know were there. I found that taking photos with a purpose are like creating anchors in my mind. Without them, most of my memories would float away. I think a big reason for this is because we're met with copious amounts of short-form content from multiple different angles every single day, which make it hard for me to remember things. So when I shoot with intention and actually take the time to frame something and expose it properly, it's like the moment gets anchored into my head. I get to revisit that memory, and I get to feel it again. I've also found that editing in Adobe Lightroom genuinely feels like therapy. Unfortunately, I give them money every month, but I think it's something worth it for the time being. After I import my photos from my camera into Lightroom, I get to sit down, analyze each photo, and spend time color grading, adjusting the settings, correcting the exposure, and anything that I did wrong when I took the photo initially. There are nights where I can't sleep after shooting because I'm so wired thinking about how I'm going to bring a photo to life in post. What really excites me about this is shaping it into what I felt when I took the picture initially. It's hard for me to even describe how good it makes me feel, but hopefully you understand. I'm sure that you have something in your life that makes you feel this way too. I spent a lot of time aimlessly taking pictures of things when I was younger. I didn't make an effort to capture moments with intention, and I would click the shutter button on whatever I deemed to be cool. I went through different cameras, lenses, and stayed on this path for a while. I always wanted to become better at it, but I never knew which direction to step in. I think there came a moment last year when I realized that getting good at something requires you to step back and realize that you are not as great as you think you are. I realized that I had to cultivate my creative energy and work on certain aspects of my photography that I was seriously lacking in. These areas were my intent, understanding of light, and discipline. Once I was able to look at these attributes and understand that I had to work on them, I started to get better at my craft and enjoy the process more. I think one of the best ways to improve is by learning the skills and wisdom of the greatest photographers to ever do it. Sure, photography is subjective, but there are world-renowned photographers who are celebrated for a reason. I suggest finding an artist whose style matches what you enjoy and then studying their work. Try to understand why they're so good at what they do and learn from them. Doing this will help you take what they've created, absorb the lessons, and then apply them in your own unique way. I think it's important to have a creative outlet, something that lets you escape from the mundane parts of life. I don't know who's watching this right now. You might be a friend, a family member, or just some random person who stumbled across this video. Either way, I know you have your own hobbies and interests that make you feel alive. Or maybe you don't, and you're still trying to find that spark. If you do have it, I highly recommend cultivating it and making time for it whenever you can. I know I've been talking about photography this entire time, but this really applies to any medium that you love. I've noticed that when I stop creating new projects and let myself stay stagnant, I feel significantly less happy. And I know I'm not alone in that. As human beings, our ability to make something out of nothing is what makes us extraordinary. The truth is, you don't have to be good at it for it to matter. You just have to start. I didn't choose photography. It chose me the day my father handed me a camera 6 years ago. That moment ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me, because every time I pick up that camera, I feel alive. And that's what I want for you, to find the thing that makes you feel the same way.